Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you are well. I hope you're having an amazing day. So, welcome to another episode of Connections and Conversations. I appreciate you joining me live or via the replay. I am Dr. Tammy. I am your success strategist and literacy educator. I help you strategize how to move in the direction of more and prepare for what's next. And that's exactly what I like to talk about today is what's next is the goals, the things that you set. So if you're joining me for the first time, please share this out. I would appreciate it. If you know someone who needs this topic, needs to hear this, please share it with them. I'm going to make sure that my connection is okay and I am seeing things okay here. So thank you so much for joining me. All right. So let's get started. I'm just going to dive into it. This will be a fairly short broadcast because I'm just going to get into it. But I guess I should tell you, and typically I like to tell you how I came up with this and how I started thinking about this. Let me just say that the last 2 months, okay, let me just be real. For me, it's been maybe the last 6 months. I have been really thinking about it in my thoughts about what it is that I am meant to do, what it is I should be doing. And in the midst of that, I've been, working on some things, figuring out some things, processing some things, like doing, like really evaluating what's going on with me. And in the meantime, the last 2 months, I've had several people who have called me, text me, inbox me, whatever, sent me a DM in needing help and assistance with thinking about what's next for them, realizing that they are here for something bigger than what they have planned, what they have envisioned, what they thought. And so, and strategizing through that and really thinking like, what could that be? Because I think for many of us, and I know this is for me, there's this pull, this really intense feeling that there's more I need to do. There's something I'm missing. There's something I'm not doing that I should be doing. And that has been really strong for me for the last 6 months. And I know and I can feel that it is so much bigger than I've ever imagined. It's so much bigger than I can plan for at this moment, at this stage. And I haven't figured out, what it is. But what I know is that it's something bigger than what I am planning right now. It's bigger than I'm thinking about right now. It's bigger than I am considering at this moment. And so that's interesting to me. Because I think that typically we ignore those feelings. We ignore those things that we don't necessarily have an answer for, the unknown. We ignore those things. So, what I've decided to do is what I have shared with you. So if you've looked on my timeline, you'll see that there is a quote that I posted yesterday, Monday. And if you missed it, I'm going to tell you. If it's a year later and you're seeing this, I'll tell you. I apologize for my connection, but I know the sound's good. So just hang on with me and stay with me. But I truly believe when you're called for something greater, when you're called to do something bigger than you imagine. And I always think, always say, think bigger than you're big. And so even though what I think right now, it seems huge, it seems like, yay, right? It's big. I know that I need to think bigger than my big. And when you know you're called for greater, the one thing that we typically do is we run from it, we ignore it, we try not to um, talk about it and address it, but we need to embrace it. We need to embrace it. And in embracing that, we need to flow with life and follow the flow. And sometimes you may not know what's around the next corner. You can only prepare for what you can see. And in that preparation, you have to trust that it is going to help you for the next phase. It's going to be there for the next phase. So I'm just going to share about 7 things. I say 7, but there's always another one that pops in my head in the process. But there are 7 things that I like to share with you to do if you're in this space where you're not stuck, because you know that there is something you should do. There's movement. You already have movement, but you are slightly paralyzed because it's different. You're slightly paralyzed because it's not happening the way you thought. So you're like, I don't want to make the wrong move, so I'm not going to move at all. I don't want to go in the wrong direction and then miss what it is that I'm supposed to do and really be out of alignment. So with that, I want you to just consider these 7 things to do when you're in that space, when you're in that space where you know you have been called for something greater, but you just don't know what it is. So number 1, acknowledge the feeling. Acknowledge the feeling that there's this pull happening where you should be doing something more, where there's something more you have to give. There's more something you have to offer. There's your impact and influence is a lot bigger than you imagined. You gotta acknowledge that. And then, of course, go back to your why. What is it you are meant to do? Like, what is your purpose? I talk about that. So people don't know what their purpose is. And so if you don't know what that is, stay with me because I'll tell you how to address that, how to connect with that, how I can help you with that. But revisit your why if you missed that. The other thing is reflect on your vision. So I'm sure that you have a vision for your life, but reflect on it. See what aspect of it is unsettling, which aspect feels like it's not enough. Yeah, I can do that, but that's not enough. And that's where I've been lately. Like, I can do this, I can do that, but that's not enough. And so you may have to revisit that and take some time to reflect on that. And then, of course, you need to clarify and adjust your vision based on what that brings out. Clarify and really adjust what your vision is. You have to be willing to move with it and change with it. And number 5, identify the shift or the change. Whatever your goals are, these new goals that you have now, write them down. Write them down, and so that way you can develop steps to go with it. What are some tasks that go with that? And so if you're in this space where there's more you should be doing, there's probably some new goals that you need to jot down. There's probably maybe some adjusting to the current goals, right? There's a shift happening in that. And so you have to write that down. Identify it and write it down. Number 6, create an action plan. That's what I'm all about. And that's what I encourage you to do, is create an action plan. And that action plan will contain the tasks, those specific tasks to meet those goals. And of course, your new vision. What is that vision? And that vision, look y'all, the vision may be for right now, maybe for the next 90 days. Even though the pool, is maybe down the road, it's years down the road, that may be the case. But you may have to just settle for, what am I going to do? What are my goals for the next 90 days that's going to help push me in that direction? And number 7, determine the benchmarks and be ready to evaluate those and track your success, not the failures, because within failure comes success. So I think in the midst of that, you're doing both. But I don't want you to look at failure as I'm not going to get there. No, That is more of you getting there, but now you're still adjusting. So it's this idea that you're constantly tweaking what you're doing along the way to get there, which means you may even, your target date may change. And that target date may be in 90 days. That target date may be for longer. It just depends. So as you are going through this time, and I realize that maybe this time has created this, and that's why I've gotten more inquiries and calls on my services and how I can help, is because this is a time for all of us to stop, reflect, and reset for what's next. So if that's you, this is what I offer to you. When you feel that you're being called for something greater, one, embrace it, and then go with the flow. Flow with life, follow that flow, and enjoy it. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of setting new goals and creating a new vision for your life. And if you need assistance with that, you can reach out to me. You can contact me. I am accessible. I'm all over social media, so you can reach out to me and contact me. Plus, I have some workshops, purpose planning workshops, vision sessions, this small group, virtual, of course, because of the COVID stuff, but online, where you can join me this month and I can help you with that. And so the link is in my description, so you can find that. And then you can also, if you need more information, you can reach out to me, and you can also, check out the link, which I don't know if I have here, but I encourage you to, just embrace it. If you are meant to do something positive and good in the world, embrace it and flow with it. I am Dr. Tammy. This is Connections and Conversations, and I know the first part of this was pixelated and, not the best. So y'all take care. I hope you got the purpose of what this was about, and hopefully it helps you on your journey toward more. And if I can help you, let me know. Go up, turn on your notifications. If you're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up for me, give me a like, maybe even comment if you have a comment or question. I love to hear that as well. Y'all take care, and I will see you next week. No, I'll be back in like an hour and a half. I don't have a watch, but I'll be back at 7:25 Central on my other page, Catalyst for Change Global, here on Facebook. So those of you on Facebook, it'll be on Facebook. I'm not sure if I'll dual stream with the connection, but we'll see. But I'll be on Facebook, definitely. On that page, I'll be talking about an ideal referral. So that may be something that helps you as well. So y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.